Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the All Out Struggle Extreme Super Battle Road stage and basically how you can beat it. Now, All Out Struggle is kind of one of those forgotten categories, I want to say. Well, not forgotten, but it's not a category that seems well designed or well fitted. There's really kind of like this lacking of synergy with a lot of the characters in the category. At least from my perspective, it feels that way. And it definitely feels like there's a little bit of a discord between running the category. So obviously on the global side as well, we don't have the potentially big buffs that came to the blue duo. So right now we're kind of running with what we have on global. There's a few buffs that have occurred on the JP side, which I think do help out the category a lot. But on the global side, things just don't, we just don't have as many options. You've got the strength Kayaken Goku is a great damage dealer, great third slot unit to kind of run. He's fantastic, he does a great job. Really good unit. Then you've got the physical blue boys who you could use as a lead. Me personally, I found going full power gave me a little bit more options. I could use some of the Master Roshis. I could use the SS4 Gokus. Just felt a little bit better. There's also AGL LR Gohan you could use. The AGL Super Saiyan Duo you could use. So there just felt like there were more options going with a full power kind of team than going with directly a all-out struggle team. With that being said, go with your strongest team you can construct as always. My teams are not necessarily the epitome of efficiency. I try to combine teams that I feel are achievable for a lot of players. There is also a little bit of a future saga team actually that could kind of exist here, or at least a hybrid Saiyans one. You've got like Int Gohan Future, you've got AGL LR Gohan, you've got Tech SS2 Gohan. So you got some decent units there. You've also got the physical Super Saiyan 2 Duo. Like, there's decent units. It's just the synergy and the mixing of all of them that's a little bit kind of wonky in design. Now, with that being said, I think for me it's still definitely a weaker category, especially on the global side, but you can make things work. Some of the premier units I would say for this, so I definitely feel like obviously strength Future Gohan is pretty solid. Int SS4 full power Goku is obviously great. The AGL Super Saiyan Duo is good. AGL LR Gohan is good. The Spirit Bomb Duo or the GT Duo are pretty good. You've got Master Roshi, he's great free to play option. He's got stunning, he's got sealing, which is all super helpful. Int Future Gohan is also pretty good. His tech counterparts as well. So you've got some decent options here, basically. Just those are probably the premier ones. Also, a Reps of Universe 7 team as a fundamental build is pretty good. You've got Int LR Vegeta, you've got physical Blue Boys, you've got physical Master Roshi, you've got the Tech Frieza and Goku. So there is like a decent chunk of Universe 7 reps as well that are pretty good. For this specific team build, obviously SS4 Goku, the Int one we're going to be keeping in one rotation. We're going to link him up with the AGL LR SS boys. The AGL LR SS boys are pretty good. Obviously they have decent damage reduction for the first couple of turns. They raise their defense on their super. They also debuff the enemy, which is very good in an SBR, ESBR setting, which is really nice. Alongside Goku, they make a good pairing. Goku obviously a great first slot tank, does the most damage on our team right now. And just makes a pretty good pairing. On the other rotation, we're actually going to be running the Int LR Vegeta. Another unit that's amazingly tanky. I mean, he doesn't have the buffs that he's getting on the JB side yet, but he still holds his own decently well. Plus, alongside the Master Roshi, he gets enough links to make things work, and Master Roshi helps out a lot because Master Roshi can stun and he can seal. So on his 18 key, he can seal the opposition, which is a very powerful ability, one that really helps us out with synergy and damage and controlling the enemy, which is very crucial in this kind of setting. And then of course as well, you also have the ability to stun stun on the 12 key, although it's a great chance, which is really good, but it's not guaranteed. But it is great. He brings a lot of control. Obviously, he will take a lot of damage without items, so you got to keep that in mind. If you are going for an item run, it will be quite difficult, but you can give it a try, most definitely. And yeah, that's kind of the main units. Then the rest you can kind of fill up as you see fit. So I brought the Tech Super Saiyan 2 World Tournament Gohan, pretty nice 3rd slot unit, who provides kind of like a bit of buffing for the AGL Tech and physical types, which does help out a little bit of our team. Plus he's okay defensively after his super, which is quite helpful. So that Gohan's there, kind of doing his thing. And then I have the AGL Kayaking Goku, which, yeah, is just basically there to fill up the space. He's not necessarily a great option at all, and will probably be the one that I would drop out the most. But I wanted to just see if you could kind of get away with it, at least from my side. Of course, all of it's just going to depend on how you build your team. I think there's also a decent Goku's Family team if you kind of want to run like with a Tech Bardock. Could be something a bit interesting. But yeah, I think ultimately at the end of the day, it's a pretty decent stage. Like, you're fighting 2 enemies in each stage. So the thing with that is that it provides you an opportunity to really control the battle. So if you bring like 2 sealing or 2 stunning units, then what can then happen is you can obviously control the battle quite well, because you don't have to control 4 or 5 enemies. You only really have to control, if you stun 1, you've basically halved the sources of damage, and if you seal the other, you've kind of nerfed them quite substantially. So there's a pretty good foundation in terms of that I think is really solid and does help out quite a bit. But beyond that, I would say you're pretty much in a position where it's not a tough SBR, but I think just building a team for it is a bit a bit inconsistent, and that's probably the only thing I will say. Definitely feels like building a team for it's probably the hardest part of the game, whereas like the actual stages themselves are quite friendly. 2 enemies, decent typings, different typings, lots of control, and yeah, I think in general just a pretty solid team, solid like stage in terms of design. Obviously, if you are looking at free-to-play options, I think only really the Master Roshi is a decent one. But I think in general, you should be able to manage this. There's Future Saga hybrid teams that I think will probably work really nicely here. Although I do think the Master Roshi is the best source of control in the category. I don't see a lot of other stunning units. The Tech Full Power Goku is also pretty nice, because he brings with him that ability to see super attacks. And the USS team is also pretty good, because you get the Strength Blue Kayakin Goku, who does a really good job at being a great damage dealer, and also has his active skill, which is obviously super helpful. So his active skill, very helpful ability, obviously, in terms of doing damage. You do need to meet some requirements, but in general you should be fine. I think USS team is pretty fun, I want to say, for this stage, but obviously you would be missing a lot of buffs and bonuses, that most people would kind of have. So yeah, but that's basically it. Obviously, I'm going to wrap things up here with an attack from into SS4 Goku. It was a pretty fun stage, but I wouldn't say it was anything remotely too difficult. Fun, good time, and yeah, I think into SS4 Goku is probably the premier unit for this, as he is for a lot of content, being a really, really, really good unit, just in general. So yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you need any help with building a team for the stage, just let me know in the comments down below. I'll gladly give you assistance. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. Bye.